W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show. From erectile dysfunction to eczema, heartburn to headaches, carpal tunnel to how to lower cholesterol drug-free. Sunday mornings at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Natural disasters can be unexpected and devastating to your home or property. If your home or property is damaged and needs repairs, it's important to use only Florida licensed contractors. Remember to check their references, get everything in writing, and don't pay up front. To verify your contractors are licensed, contact the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation online at myfloridalicense.com. That's myfloridalicense.com.
Let's talk about mental health, your teen's anxiety, a friend's depression, or your neighbor's panic attacks. Talk about you. Each year, 1 in 5 adults will experience a mental health condition. Untreated, it can affect how you relate to others and your ability to function at work or with family. It can even affect your physical health. Learn the signs, because feeling better is possible, especially when you seek treatment early.
This Beasley Best Community of Caring message is brought to you by Talk 1470 WNN.
Go to your app store and download the WNN app on your Android or iPhone and never miss a Talk 1470 minute.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. AMP2.tv presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on amp2.tv. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
What is going on, everyone? It is Tuesday, and I'm Kendra Erica, and I'm here with AMP2 TV Productions. Tell Us Your Biz. It's been a hell of a week, and it's just going to get better because guess what? Guess what, people? I have with me a very good friend of mine whose career is just growing and growing, and his brand is just marvelous. Alex Cowtoon from Cowton. Is it Cowton? Coton.
Close.
Coton. Okay. How long have I known you? From Monkey in Paradise Vodka. I'm sure a lot of you South Florida people who are in the party scene and the social scene have probably come across this this amazing brand of vodka. And me being not an avid vodka drinker, but it's my liquor of choice. But I want to introduce you to this session right now that we're having. So Alex, just tell us what made you want to get into the liquor industry as it is.
Well, first off, thanks so much for having me here. I appreciate being here, and
Absolutely.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Well, first of all, what really prompted you to want to get involved in the liquor business and start your own brand of vodka, and why vodka?
So it happened by mistake, actually. It happened with our plastic little cocktail markers.
Which are so cute.
And these started off at my house just so we would know whose cocktails are whose while entertaining. So I do a lot of entertaining at my place.
Yes.
And people would mix up their drinks.
Yeah.
So I went on Amazon. I searched for cocktail markers. There were mermaids. There were birds. There were monkeys.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Everybody likes monkeys. They're cute. And they're different colors.
They are.
You can hook them on your drink, and we'll know whose drinks are whose, and we'll solve the problem of knowing whose drinks whose when you get up.
And funny enough, us being humans, as soon as we start having, a few in us, we start acting like monkeys, if you will,
True, and that's how we lose our drinks.
Yeah. But, yeah. And just the whole fact that you are being very health conscious and very health forward about your vodka, because your vodka is gluten free. And for all of our viewers, I have a shirt on that says "Too gluten free to function," because I am gluten free in my health choices. It has made me healthier and everything like that. And so I just wanted to ask you what made you decide just to go down the gluten-free route and to, be conscientious in that choice?
Sure. Well, the vodka started because of the monkey cocktail markers getting popular on social media.
Yeah.
And people took pictures and met new people and started conversations just by giving somebody a plastic monkey.
Yeah.
And the original goal of the brand was just to be a conversation starter and show people about our social experience. Get off your cell phone when you're out with a group of people, and here's something to talk about if you're glued to your phone.
Yes.
So the whole mission originally was a social mission, and it got popular on Facebook, on Instagram, and gained about 15,000 followers within 1 year.
That's incredible. So,
and people put the content together, then it's a social brand. Alcohol, social, and we saw that spirits are boring.
Yeah.
We're a fun brand. Let's make
a
fun
an
alcohol brand
experience.
and an experience, not just a high-quality liquor.
Yeah, and that's where I really, whenever I'm at an event and your vodka is there, you just invite people into this world, into this experience. And especially for me being a music artist, I really value that, because I am too trying to be very conscientious in creating an experience for myself. And as our viewers don't know, Alex and I were just talking, and since my career is really has a really good cadence right now in its growth, so is Alex's. So I really want to open up and have you just talk about where people can find your vodka and how that expansion process has really taken form for you guys.
Sure. So the social media started 3 years ago, and the vodka went to market about 2 years ago. So year 2 was really proof of concept in South Florida, mainly Palm Beach County. So it was putting our life savings out there and seeing, hey, does this social concept work with a spirits brand?
Life saving sounds like in my industry.
And it worked.
It does.
We gained traction. That's how you and I met, because of the social experience that the brand brought, along with a high quality spirit. And
just that whole experience that you're talking about. It's tropical. It's definitely environmentally aware of where it came from and its roots.
Of course, it's very inclusive to all. So the experience is for everybody.
Yeah,
which we take a lot of pride in, of course.
Yes, and you just want to, have everyone just be a part of it and just, unify, and just to, generate a good time for everyone, which is what the industry of spirit is supposed to embody, essentially.
Exactly. So we've grown very rapidly over the past year. We've expanded into Georgia, and we're going into Texas in the next few weeks, actually. Then next month into New York.
Yes.
So it's really happened fast, and it's just been snowballing and growing and growing. Now, locally, you can buy it at ABC, Fine Wine and Spirits, and you can buy it in most Total Wine locations in Florida.
That's great. Yeah, and, just continuing on with that whole expansion. Now, I have to ask you, what is, where do you see Monkey in Paradise in the future? Like, do you see it growing into more of a brand? I mean, I know that you have just the regular straight vodka right here, but are you considering venturing into flavored vodkas? Because a lot of people love, having that option of a flavor.
Sure. So we don't plan on releasing any flavors or anything else.
It would be cool if it was like banana flavor, because monkeys like bananas. But
the problem is it's all preservatives once you go with a banana flavor or anything like that. We want a very clean, health-conscious product.
Yeah.
So we took a lot of pride in producing something gluten-free, very low sugar. It's only 65 calories per shot. And we won the World Spirits Competition as the best vodka in the world.
Ugh.
So we got it right. We love the product, and we're going to take it national over the next 4.5 years and do great things alongside it, and partner up with various charities that we believe in, raise money for good causes, and show people a better social experience in life. So that's really our goal.
Yeah, you're being very, transcendent in your efforts. And I was just going to ask you, what are some of the charities that, you guys have in mind or in the works, or are already, talking to and setting out blueprints for that social experience?
Well, that's a great question. So we've already done work with a variety of charities, everything from Panther Ridge to save cheetahs, to helping children that need wheelchairs and their families don't have the money to buy them a proper custom wheelchair. And that's called Wheels for Kids.
And just being involved with kids in general, it's something that just it has a lot of good karma behind it, because what you're doing is you're allowing for a future to really take form and take shape, and being in that light to just want to do something about creating a future for these kids and everything under the sun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had a meeting today with an executive from Autism Speaks.
Oh my God.
So that's going to be a big cause that we're going to be partnering up with over the next year for sure.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe the statistics of autism. Here in Palm Beach County, 1 out of 42 male children has autism. I couldn't believe the staggering numbers.
And that's it's something that really hits home with me, because I love speaking and having that portal of speaking about mental health and everything like that, and having just like a neuro I like to call it an advantage, because these kids that have autism, they're actually like brilliant, and they're incredible souls, and I feel like they've just evolved into from like past lives and everything. I feel like they're at that that last transcendent life that they could just embody pure love with.
Sure.
So.
And the connection that I saw where we can benefit these kids is this monkey cocktail marker is a conversation starter and a way for people to speak with each other and to make it easier. And these kids with autism, their biggest challenge is conversing with people, meeting new people. So what we're doing with this little monkey,
I love how your vision, like you're a visionary. You're like and I just find so much appreciation in that, and I value that, because with me being an artist, like I've said, having a vision and knowing how you can use a platform and your talent, your brand, and whatever to really do some good, and using it to better the community and the world around you, and just having that vision and thinking bigger picture, which is what I've always appreciated about you, is just having that sense and having that sensibility. And yeah, it's just phenomenal. So, and by the way, if any callers want to call in and ask a Monkey of Paradise, Alex, some questions or me some questions, call in to 888-565-1470, 1470. Just call in. But as far as the social scene goes down here, how have you used it to and not just like your advantage, but how do you basically like separate yourself from being, you know, the brand and just being, you know, yourself, Alex? Because I mean, for me being an artist, I mean, there's person and there's persona. So I really wanted to pick your brain and dive deep into that whole you know, concept.
It's a very interesting question, and it's one of the most challenging things about being involved with a business like this, because you lose your freedom. So what I've done is I've opened up my entire personal life on social media.
You've merged it.
and yeah, so my hobbies are the marketing that is involved with the brand. Yeah. So I enjoy what I'm doing. But then I share the story of the hard work on my Instagram story, on Snapchat, on Facebook. So I've completely opened up my life, and I've given up that privacy, which is hard.
Yeah, it is, but that's and especially I know like we've had these conversations before, you know, mostly like off the record or off air about, you know, certain, you know, like reality TV things that are happening. Like everything has just become
fake.
so fake, yeah, so disingenuous and very scripted, and it's just become like way too glamified, and I just love the fact that, you know, you're a part of making things the way that, not that they should be, because that adds a sort of like judgment to it, but in a way that promotes, you know, communication and just all around connection with human beings, you know, and their processes and their journeys. And
well, I'm just getting started. I have some big things coming that I want to really change the way people communicate.
Yes. And yeah, I just want to open up in that conversation of how are you going to go about doing that? Like, do you have anything that you can share right now, or is everything like super top secret?
No, I mean, I have not figured out the answer, because right now it's from morning until night, building the brand and utilizing social media to share the hard work, the story, and what goes into it. Because normally people on social media just post the glamorous things.
They just post like the destination. They don't want to post the hardships or the struggle is real. And I mean, and that's something that I think both you and I very well understand, is posting the journey and having everyone be a part of that, because everyone has, you know, and has like an intricate part in your development as an artist, as a visionary, as an entrepreneur, and I just really value that, and that's why I kind of asked you on this show today, is just to you know, spark that conversation and to allow it to, you know, really grow and have some awareness.
Sure. Well, how do you do it? Because I have not figured out how to really separate it. Somebody recently asked me the question, hey, you can travel anywhere for a week right now, where would it be? The answer is just to be home and relax, because I've been living out of hotel rooms, traveling, literally different hotel rooms 10 days in a row, never being able to fully unpack. So I've gotten tired of that, and for once I enjoy being home and having some quiet time.
Yeah, I mean, it is, well, for me, I kind of take after my mom in the sense that I get off on having adrenaline and always on the move. I find a sense of like solace with that. I think it's just because I like seeing, I like climbing the mountain, you know, and I just love that feeling of always, you know, being higher than I was the day before or the month before. But as for me, it's become something that I have to do. Like it's mandated within me to just take some quiet time, because I find myself sometimes, when I am, just always, brushing over things, and everything is like a whirlwind, and it's a blur. I don't have that time for myself to really do some like maintenance on my inner being. So, and that's been really helpful for me, just to like force myself into relaxation mode, because it can overtake you, and it's very overwhelming. And I'm sure for you, since you're surrounded by so many personalities in the social scene, especially like ones that can be disingenuous, you tend to you have that tendency to lose that authenticity. But I know that you make a conscious effort to never let that go.
I put a huge effort into my circle and who I genuinely spend my free time with.
Yes.
So I'm very selective.
And that's how you have to
be.
I'm
social when it comes to being out in public, of course, to everybody.
Yeah.
But I have a very tight circle of people. They're all awesome people that I look up to and are always there for me. So I don't have to worry about those bad people too much.
Yeah, and I mean it's just something that us visionaries, because we do see the bigger picture, where other people just like to involve themselves in like the here and now or whatever. So just being aware of yourself and your efforts into taking something and broadening the scope of it is something really spectacular. So, but I really want to, I know we're in this sort of like, we're in the bubble right now with our conversation, but I want to open it up and really ask you since we're in the heat of the summer, no pun intended, what are some of your favorite like party tips as far as like summer partying goes? Like how would you throw like a summer party, or like what is your idea of a good summer party?
Well, I'm a big fan of the water.
Yes.
So it's great living here in South Florida because we have that year round. But I like being on boats, sandbars, because you can be there with a big group of friends, nice controlled environment.
Yeah, and for those of you who do follow Alex and his journeys and everything, you're pictured next to a lot of planes and boats and cars and everything like that. So, and you're a race car driver, right? And you're a pilot.
Correct. Yes.
So how did you get into that? Like that's just like interesting. Like all those hidden talents, I just love to dive deep into.
Well, my release, actually, from all this craziness is to be racing cars, flying airplanes, and challenging myself mentally.
A different kind of adrenaline, I bet.
Absolutely. But that's where you're 100% focused. And you can't look at a text message. You can't have your phone out. You can't be distracted. So
you just have to be in the moment, and just like what I do, like you force yourself to be in a moment, and you have to be on, and you just have to keep on moving forward. And I think that's where it's like so therapeutic for you, because like in any business that is sort of entrepreneurial, you have those slow moments where you're just like, okay, what's going on. So for you to get in another vehicle and to just actually like move forward physically, you get that rush and that sense back.
Yeah, and it's childhood dreams too. Yeah. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, middle class.
Very nice.
And never was on boats or on fast cars or airplanes. That didn't exist from where I came from.
Right.
And I moved here 7 years ago and worked very, very, very hard. Put myself around people that are in that space, that are race car drivers, that are pilots. And they motivated me. They brought me up. They made me push harder or work harder, let me touch and feel those things and be a part of them, which really motivated me.
Yeah, and just surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, and learning from them and being a student of the game. And Kevin Hart has said it said it well. He was like, I'm a student of the game, and that's how you just have to keep on being. It's just constantly learning from people to move yourself up.
You become where you spend the most time around.
Exactly.
So if you're into airplanes, spend time at the airport.
Yeah.
If you're into race cars, spend time at the racetrack and spend time with the people that own them.
Yes.
Learn from them. They're successful because they've earned those toys usually, and they're good mentors, good people. They like other driven people too.
And it's inspiring too. And just speaking of, you touched upon something that actually rang a bell on my topic list. Like both you and I have come from, sort of similar backgrounds. Our upbringings were yes, considered well off, but not to the point where it was like dispensable, where, we were basically like treated like Siddhartha behind the golden gates, and we're never given an opportunity to tackle the real world and to hustle for something. And I feel like that's another thing that we really parallel well on, and that's where we vibe out really well whenever we're around each other. Is just like we understand that, and we just basically we get each other on that.
True. I agree.
And just having that hustle mentality, and to always be grateful for the opportunities that come your way. And I feel like it's definitely doing wonders right now for you, and it's just going to keep on growing like anything.
I don't believe in luck.
Yeah.
Luck is created.
It is.
The harder you push, the luckier you become. The more shots you take, the better chance of scoring. So luck is created. And I believe in that 100%. You know that. Look how hard you've worked to get to where you are.
Yeah, it's all about like preparation and putting in that effort and everything under the sun. But just before we wrap, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on the show today, and I just want to ask you where, and like tell everyone where they can follow you and be a part of your life.
So my personal Instagram is just the word successful, and
that's pretty like ballsy, I think, and that's just brazen, and I just love that.
Decide what you want to become.
Yeah, exactly. So they can find you at Successful on Instagram.
Correct. Or Monkey in Paradise for the vodka brand. Then on Facebook, Alex Cowtun. That's Kowtun. And then Monkey in Paradise on Facebook as well.
And you definitely have to try this brand of vodka out. And I guess that's a wrap for today.
Okay.
So
thanks so much for having me. It was a blast, and I look forward to doing it again.
Absolutely. Monkey in Paradise. Find them. Drink them.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.